Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tia here. Welcome back to my channel. But for today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I did my butterfly locks. So the first thing you guys are going to need is a simple crochet hook. I ordered these in a pack from Amazon. I think they cost about $7 for like 5 of them, and they were different sizes, but this is the size that I use. They also have them at your beauty supply store for like $3 for one or whatever. But yeah, this is just the simple one I use. You can use like any type of hook as long as you can get your hair through the part. So this is what it looks like. Next thing that you'll need are packs of hair. So this is the type of hair that I used. It is called Pearl Curl in the color 1B, 18 inches long. I wanted to do them like just a little bit longer than my shoulders, but you know, they, as you can see, like they all came out different lengths. So this is the length I got, and then I got them in the color to match my natural hair color. But in videos I've watched, I've seen the girls use different types of hair, but this is just the one that I use for recommendation. It looks like this. I'm pretty sure it's the same kind of hair that you would use for passion twist, I think. And then this is what it looks like outside of the package, just simple like this. It is easy to spread apart like I'm going to show you in the rest of this video, but it does tangle a little bit when you get to the bottom part, so just make sure you're very careful when you're separating it. When I first started, I was like doing them kind of awkward. That's why like some were like super long in the back. But when you get to the front, like it works out, and then the front ends up looking better than the back. Then before you even get started, you're going to need to moisturize your hair before you put the protective style in. So I just use this Super Grow hair scalp and conditioner by Africa's Best. I also use some other products that I showed throughout the video, and then I use these rubber bands for my parts. Because I'm not like a super expert at braiding my hair, plus my hair is super short. So if you want to see how I did the style, go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so first I wanted to show you guys my setup. I have a mini mirror that's set on this little towel rack in my bathroom so that I can see the back of my head when I'm doing my hair. And then I also got this little belt hanger, and I put my hair on it just so it's easier to grab. I don't have no clue where I bought this, probably Walmart. But first I start moisturizing my hair just before I start parting and doing all that stuff. I use a variety of products, just your typical like conditioners and hair milks and stuff like that, and then I put my oils as well. And then since my hair is 4C texture, I need to loosen it up just to make it more like malleable and stuff like that. So I make sure I put a whole bunch of product in there just to make sure it is like moisturized, and just so that it moves more easily, because 4C hair is hard to work with. And then I just slightly pick it out just to make it like a little fluffier and easier to work with. So after that, I use my grease and I part my hair into sections, and then with the sections I rubber band them off just so that it's easier. You're not required to use rubber bands for this style, but I'm just so used to doing this for my braids that I automatically just put rubber bands after every part. So after I part my hair and have them sectioned off, I braided them because that's what I saw in one of the tutorials I watched. But you can also just go straight to braiding your hair. You don't have to put a rubber band in it. I just wanted everything to be more secure and everything. So yeah, this is what I do. I usually go row by row, but some people like to part and braid their hair like before they even start, but this is just how I work, and I just find it to work easier for me. So then everything is nice and braided up, and right here I just wanted to give you guys a far away view. I'm gonna go into detail later, but right here I'm just grabbing my little tiny braid with a short part of the hair that I already fluffed out. And then basically I'm just gonna wrap it over and over and over again all the way down until it's like the length that I want. I don't know, for me, I wanted this style to be more like perfect, more clean, not necessarily like too butterfly, you know. So I didn't really leave a whole bunch of loops out to begin with, so this is just how I was doing them. Plus like it got easier once I started moving to the top of my head, so the ones I did in the back were like a test trial, so that's pretty much why they turned out the way they did. But you know, I feel like it's kind of easy. You pretty much just wrap all the way down, and then you turn around and you go and start wrapping back up. And then after that you can like rub the lock in between your hands just to make it stay. But here's the close-up version. I'm pretty much just going through my part with the crochet hook. I'm putting my hair into the hook, and as you can see, it's like not even. It's the short side of the hair. That way when I pull it through, it won't get like knotted up, it won't get stuck, and it's like not a lot that I have to pull through. So after I pull it through, I kind of just even it out a bit, and then I take one side of my hair and I measure it out how long I want it to be. So I basically just measure it out based on the locks that I already did, like shoulder length. And then what I'm going to do is fluff out my hair just to give it a little bit more texture, make sure it wraps better when you're doing them. And then I go out and start fluffing out the longer side of my hair, and make sure it doesn't get tangled while you're doing this, because the end tend to get tangled like super easily if you aren't paying close attention. So then once I have both sides measured, I grab the short braid that I did and I hold it with the short piece of hair. And then you're going to take the long piece of hair and start wrapping whatever direction. I feel like it doesn't matter what direction you start wrapping, just start and go. And to make it stay in a firm hold, you're going to wrap it around the top part, like by your scalp. Wrap it around 3 times or as much as you want, and then you're just going to continue wrapping down. So for the butterfly part of the style, you basically have to put your thumb into the hair and kind of like grab a little loop of it, and then you're just going to keep wrapping with your other hand. It is kind of complicated at first, and I feel like I did this loop a little bit too big, but you just kind of like pull out the hair as you go and just make however many loops you want. For me, I wanted it to just be a neater look, so I just did like about 1 or 2 on each lock, but I've seen people do it like every other wraparound just to make it like super like puffy, super like, you know, just like that fluffy butterfly texture. But this is what I did, and then you're just gonna wrap around all the way to the end, doing your loops and everything. And once you get to the end, this is the important part, you hold the end of your hair, make sure it's the right length that you want it to. You're gonna hold the end, and then you're gonna flip the other side back up, and then you start wrapping it around. So you have to flip it completely up and then start wrapping around. This direction does matter. So as you can see, I'm wrapping it around, and if it starts to unravel, that means you're just going the wrong way. So just like start over at the bottom and then start wrapping the other way, so that way it can hold. But when I'm wrapping it back up, I'm kind of holding it so that way it doesn't come undone. And then pretty much you have a lock done right there, and you can just roll it between your fingers, do all that. So I'm going to show you guys one more time, just a little quick version of it. Crocheting my hair through. It doesn't matter like how much hair you put in, as long as it makes its way through. And then you're going to measure the short side with one of the locks you have already done. Then you're going to fluff it out, make sure it's nice and fluff just to get a lot of texture. And then fluff out both sides, make sure the end doesn't get tangled, as you saw right there. And if it does get tangled, I just went ahead and I cut that little knot out because I don't got time to like separate it and deal with it or whatever. And then I just grabbed the tiny little braid, hold it tight with the short end of hair, and then you're going to take the long one and start wrapping around 3 times against your scalp. And then once you've done that, just go ahead and wrap all the way down to the end. Once you get to the end at the length you want, go ahead and loop it back up. Make sure you're twisting in the right direction so that it doesn't unravel. Twist all the way up. As you can see, like right there, I just had to like flip it around because I was like, that's not working, it's coming unraveled. So you just twist the other way and problem solve like that. And then there you go, another lock done. So yeah, that was it for this video. So this is pretty much how it turned out. Some in the back are like super longer because I originally did want to do them past my shoulders because I noticed everyone was doing them at the same length, but then I changed my mind like after the first row, so I was like, you know what, let me make them shorter. And then of course, as you get to the top of your hair, some of them are gonna end up shorter than the other ones. So pretty much this was a simple process. It did take a shorter amount of time than when I did my braids, braids, and overall it looks pretty good. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this in, probably like a month or so, because I'm always switching up my hair. But yeah, I feel like it's an overall easy style for anyone to do, because I'm a beginner and this is how it turned out. I feel like it turned out great. You know, you're saving money because people will be charging $200 for this style, so no way we're doing that. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for more of my videos. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you guys. See you guys in the next video.